right, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I am Anne Marie of the Art of Healing, and this is it. This is the Highway Guides Q&A that they told me that I would do a couple of weeks ago. So here we are, and we're going to do it. So I want to thank everybody who has taken the time out of their lives to join this event. And even if you're listening to it recorded, remember there is no time space. So I hope that the messages that they bring through, oh my gosh, are going to be helpful for everyone. And we got it going on. Thank you, my loves. Okay, so I think they want a message. They want to give a message to everybody. So let them bring their message through, shall we? Asma shekuturuya mahu ayatirke siashuhu mayatia. Ooh, yeah. Woo, yeah. We rejoice with our dear one. We rejoice with all of you. And indeed, all the angels, all the beings of love and light rejoice at this moment. We welcome you to this opportunity to receive some answers, some encouragement, some examples, because it is important for all of you beautiful points of light at this time to be fully aware of your capabilities and of your love and light explosion that you are. Yes, each one of you is a beautiful point, a beautiful explosion of light. And we are so very happy to be able to communicate to all of you. Our dear one has been just in a sheer state of joy all morning long. And indeed, that's what we encourage all of you to do, to remain in your highest state of joy. Let go of baggage, let go of sadness, let go of the noise. Remember, this is a land of confusion. Remember, this is a place of illusion. So with that, we will begin our Q&A and release this dear one to read the first question. Okay. Very cool. It's so nice to see you guys. I'm so honored for you all to be here. I don't know if anybody came in, but whatever, it is what it is. Wonderful. So the first question that I have is from Deborah, who is here. I'm so glad you're here, Deborah. Oh, my goodness. So my question for the Highway Guides is, why am I in so much physical pain? I try to eat well, get enough sleep, and have no stress in my life. I may not get enough exercise, but I do in the summer. I have no friends, and I talk to my husband and brother, but I had the pain before, and I realized I had the pain before I realized the people I thought were my friends were not. Any clarity on this is greatly appreciated. Also, I've been going to the chiropractor for 61 years, and I feel this is no longer serving me. All right. Why am I in so much pain? Okay, so let's find out. Dearest Deborah, we are the Highway Guides. We are your guides and teachers. Why indeed are you in so much pain? There are so many different reasons why pain manifests in the human body. So many different reasons. And the human is not aware of all of it. All right. There are different reasons. Are there, let us say, mechanical reasons? Of course, there are mechanical reasons. Are there energetic reasons? Yes, of course, there are energetic reasons. Are there spiritual reasons. And by spiritual, we mean, is this a lesson that your soul has contracted to create for you in this physical existence? Indeed, there is. So for your particular case, there is a combination of things. There is a combination of the soul contract. And yes, indeed, this is a reason you do often and most times create events, and sometimes long-term events that occur in an incarnation that are there to teach you a lesson. You have been programmed that in suffering, there always is some sort of instant solution, an instant solution. Take a pill, do this, even go to a healer. If I go to that healer, this pain is going to go away. That is not always the case. In your case, the first thing that needs to happen is a full and utter acceptance of who you are. Pain and all, problems and all. Because indeed, your solution is going to come with that acceptance and with the forgiveness of the pain. So this pain is there to remind you that you are in a body to experience healing. And the healing has to do with the forgiveness of your body. In this forgiveness, in this utter and complete acceptance, what you will find is once you have brought that into, let's say, an understanding, there will be no more reason for this physical body to manifest the pain. Once you have learned the lesson, the contracted lesson, your pain may diminish. Now, that does not mean that we want you to live in pain until this happens. There is no need for that. You must do what you need to do to assist yourself to function without a great deal of suffering. But ultimately, in the end, there must be an absolute and utter love of who you have chosen to be in this incarnation. Now, in terms of where you go to seek your healing, we recall the part about the chiropractor. If you feel that after 61 years, this method of healing, and we use it in quotation marks, is not serving you, well, then it's probably not serving you. It is probably time to seek something else, alternative. Do we encourage you to pop a pill? Not necessarily. If it brings you relief, temporary relief, it is something that resonates with you, then indeed explore it. But also understand and ask the universe to bring to you other options. Because everything starts and begins within you. So call to you, put it out there to pull to you the alternate therapies that will assist you. And from that, we wish you the best, dear one. From that, we wish you the best. Hello. Okay, I hope that answered your question. I thought it was a beautiful answer. Hello, everyone. People coming on. Hi there. Who's that? I can't see your name. Anyway, all right. Hi to all of you. Love you all. Okay, question number two. If I can find it. All right, this is from Jasmine, and Jasmine is online, I think, or on the phone. Thanks, sweetheart, for coming. I appreciate you here. Thank you so much. All right, so please explain how those who are in 3D will separate from those in 4D. Will either group be aware of what is happening, or will we all wake up, no pun intended, one day and experience a different world? What a phenomenal answer. That's you, Peter. Yeah, I knew it was you. Okay, cool. All right, what a phenomenal question. Okay, perfect. So what's going to happen? 3D, 4D, what's going to happen? And here we go. Woo! Yes, dear Jasmine. Yes, thank you for this wonderful, wonderful question. It is perplexing a lot of you humans. What's going to happen? Because you all want to know, what's the great thing going to happen? Shall you fall asleep and wake up in another world? Will there be houses? Will you be swinging from trees? This is such a wonderful, wonderful question. And the answer is, each of you has a different experience. Oh, isn't that mind-blowing? Yes, indeed it is, because you create your own experience as you move from one dimensional existence to another dimensional existence. There will be certain things that will take over the, let's say, blanket the whole planet. There will be certain things that will affect the whole planet. But indeed, doesn't it matter from your point of view where you want this to go? Our dear one was contemplating the other day, well, if we have all the secret technology that indeed assists us with 0 point energy creation and medical miraculous cures and all this, why do we have to go back to being a burning fire and growing food, etc., etc., etc.? Well, if you wish to be a part of that existence because of growing your own food and burning wood for fire and all this, if that existence excites you, what is going to stop you from creating that existence? Is that not a fourth dimensional, fifth dimensional existence? Indeed it is. And you will actually have created and manifested your fourth dimensional incarnation. If you wish to be a part of the spacefaring future, if you wish to be a part of the global galactic community, which we know this dear one does, then why not manifest and hope for that future? Will there be turbulent times? Indeed, there will be. Will certain people who do not resonate with you divide themselves from you and you divide yourself from them? Yes, indeed, because like two ends of the magnets, they repel each other. And what you put your focus to will manifest and become truth in you. What they put their focus to will manifest and become truth for them. Now you desire everyone to come with you as the Creator does. The Creator desires all their children to come with Him and know the full truth of who they are. But alas, as this is a free will universe, and you indeed are in this university to learn lessons, some people will get it and some people will not. And we have to look at everyone with absolute love and forgiveness, because that is how the Creator looks upon all His creation, with love and with forgiveness. Thank you, dear one, for this wonderful question. We hope it has brought clarity to you, and we hope it has inspired everyone who hears this to create the beautiful future that they wish to live in. All righty ho. Sorry, I'm just so excited. This is so much fun. Okay. All right. Third question that I have already is from Tina. And Tina, are you on? If you're here, can you, oh yeah, Tina, you're here. Okay, perfect. Do you mind that I read this out loud? Can you just can you just let me know?
That's fine. That's fine. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Thank you, sweetheart.
That's fine. Okay.
Okay, thanks. Just mute yourself again. I appreciate it. All right, so this is Tina's question. I am very curious of the fact that my childhood is pretty much hidden from my memory. I know it was not a good one, but I wonder if there had been a very traumatic sexual abuse when I was put in a school that I was put in a school at, I think, age 4. I may have been 5, but as a November baby, I missed the cutoff. I'm a November baby too. I know what you're saying. Okay. Mom was having mental issues and hospitalized. I remember a man opening a door to, I believe, a janitor's room. I was inside. I don't recall the before or after. I have been terrified of getting lost most of my life. So my question is, did something awful happen? And is it related to my fear of being lost? If it's not time for me to know or an answer doesn't come, that's fine. I just figured I would give it a shot. Okay, well, I figure I'm going to give it a shot too, sweetheart. And so let's see what happens. I am that one you know as Jesus. My dear being, what is appropriate for us to reveal is that you have trauma regarding that experience and that you are capable of moving beyond it. We do not wish to create more trauma for you in this moment. We wish to create peace for you in this moment. You are loved and you are blessed. And the reason you know you are loved and you are blessed is because you have the awareness. You have the awareness that something is not right. And that is grace, dear one. That is what we call the grace. And in many traditions, you may call it the Holy Spirit. You may call it inspiration. You may call it your divine connection. Because indeed, that is a part of all humanity. So, at this moment, we wish to impart a loving hug to you and encourage you to communicate either with this dear one or with anyone else that will carefully, through the guidance that already exists in you, bring the situation to light and allow for full and complete healing. You, dear one, are like a seed. You are a seed that has been trapped in that closet your whole life. And now, by the grace that resides within you, the door has opened. The light is coming in. And you will, dear one, germinate, grow, bloom, and bear great and wonderful fruit. You are precious, dear one. Indeed, truly, truly precious. And that is what we wish to impart upon you today. I am that one you know is Jesus. I give you my love. I give you my encouragement. Indeed, you are blessed. Indeed, you are blessed. All right, sweetheart. Did Isabel make it on? Because she called me. She called me at 2 p.m. her time, 5 p.m. my time yesterday. I'm like, no, babe, it's tomorrow. And it's 2 my time. And it's 11 your time. All right, my love. So did she make it? Well, I'll put it anyway. Isabel is my friend from California. And I just kind of want to knock her in the head. Listen to her question. You know Isabel Damaris. You know who Isabel is. I want to knock her in the head. Listen to this question, okay? What can I do to open up my channel to have better communication with my guides? Now, this chick is such a natural. The only thing that's stopping you, chickadee, is your own noggin. That's why I want to knock you in the head, girlfriend. Okay, but I will do my due diligence and allow spirit to take over. Okay. All right, and we'll do that. Okay. So this is for Isabel, wherever you are, my knucklehead friend. I love you. Indeed, we love her as well. Indeed, we love her as well. We are the Highway Guides. We are Anne Marie's guides and teachers. And yes, indeed, as it is with everyone, your limitation is yourself. Your limitation is yourself. You convince yourself through programming, through your childhood, through your traumas, through all these experiences that you had, that you're not enough. And we wish to continually relate to you that you are everything. You are whole if you choose to be. And it all comes down to how you see yourself. If you look in the mirror and see faults, then that is who you are. You're filled with faults. You create yourselves, dear one. It is so important for you to look at yourself with love and pay attention to these thoughts that keep going through your minds. I'm not good enough here. I don't know if I can do this there. I'd never be able to do that. Really? Who is saying that? Aha, you're saying that. Well, then enjoy the existence. Take those words, crush them, flush them, burn them, rip them, dismiss them, heal them, love them. Love yourself. Love yourself. Learn to do that. But highway guides, I always seem to get it wrong. We understand, dear ones, we understand. We may seem to give you simple solutions, but there is indeed work that is involved. There is a deep cleanse that most of humanity needs to go through. You need to go through a really long spiritual car wash and get all the grime, get all the dirt, get all the sticky, gooey stuff off of your soul, your interpretation of who you are. This involves the most brutal forgiveness. Some of you encounter this by hitting rock bottom, as this dear one did. She lived a life filled of illusions. She lived a life filled with mistaken beliefs. I believe that if I do X, Y, and Z, then I will get A, B, and C. The church tells me so. My parents tell me so. My culture tells me so. Therefore, it must be true. Alas, nothing was true except the truth that she needed to change how she saw herself fitting in to the illusory world around her. And she needed to look within to find the truth, that she is indeed whole and part of the divine spark. This incarnation that you are all in was beautifully and lovingly created with you and your guides for you to experience this very instant. And what is this very instant? The best you are at this moment. That is what this very instant is. Does it mean that you can get better? Of course it means you can get better. This dear one, and most everyone on this planet, always has room for improvement. It is not a mystery. What is the mystery is how to get from where you are now to the future. If you find a system that is in place, that brings you satisfaction, that brings you joy, and you feel it, you identify it, and then your ego comes in and tugs at it and says, but you cannot. What if? You must identify that voice and say, no, that is my voice of the ego. Now, what indeed is the ego, dear ones? The ego is what likes you to be safe. Safe in big quotation marks. It is the part of your consciousness that wants this to be as safe as possible. Now, what does it mean to be safe? It means that the realization that you are not this body, that you are not just a part of this planet, that because your body is the biology that allows it to operate on this planet, on the mother who has created you from her carbon. That tries to keep you safe. It is a part of this fight or flight. It is attached to that fight or flight response that is in your brain. It is attached to the endocrine system. Because all parts of your consciousness have attachments in this body, or else the body would not animate. So this ego, while it is annoying because it makes you doubt your divinity, it has a purpose, but you in your consciousness must determine what that purpose is. Live attached to that divine impulse, not the egoic impulse. Live attached to the divine impulse, not the egoic impulse. And you say, is that it? Well, for those people who do not know the difference, for those people who do not have the awareness of their divine impulse, guess what happens? The karma happens. Spirit comes in and gives you a nudge. Spirit comes in and drops something into your awareness. Spirit comes in, your guides come in, your higher self comes in and says, you're not paying attention. It's time for you to pay attention. And so you get sick. And so you have an accident. And so you have a disaster. We'll put that in a nebulous form because a disaster can be whatever it is, whether it be a flat tire, whether it be the loss of a job. It's a very nebulous concept. But everything that happens to you based on where You need to go where your awareness needs to be focused. And indeed, if you find that divine aspect of your consciousness and you hold on to it, you'll be able to discern what the events in your life mean. And that is called vibration. So your vibration is a determination of your experience. So if your vibration is one of divinity, then all the noise, all the troubles tend to fall away because you do not bring them into your reality. However, if you allow the noise, the gunk, the influences to affect you, and you have not built up the discernment to say, no, that is noise. No, that is distraction. Well, then you will indeed experience what it is that you are swimming in. So we ask you to swim in the clear pool, everyone. Swim in the natural waters, dear ones, not the chlorine, not the polluted lake. No, swim in the beautiful waters of spirit. We hope that assists you. All right. Okay. All right, so we are, is my watch right? Yeah, we're pretty good. Okay, so I've done all the pre-questions. Does somebody have a question? So I don't know. All right, so I don't know if I have the raising hand business. So do me a favor, go into the chat and type your questions in there, and then we'll chit chat once we do that. Yeah, because I want to be able to, yeah. Okay, so I've got one there. Anybody else? Peter, you typing something up? See people. Oh, Peter, yeah, totally. I think so. I think so. Maya, 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 si shayu huya kuaya tereke se shaya maha. Maya, 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 heya meya se shuya ku tere ye Maya, 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 Maya. Uhu se shaye. Umakaya se shuya Maya, Maya. Eye mehe wasu shaye maha. Maheye. I'm here all week. Okay. That's awesome. Love you guys so much. Thanks for being here. You guys are great. Okay, so I've got the first question that got in there was from Beth again. Vaccines have previously helped humans survive other diseases such as polio and smallpox. What is different, if anything, about the COVID vaccine? Why is the spiritual community so against the vaccine? I'm very conflicted. Everyone I know, teachers, nurses, scientists, even my husband, who I'm around all the time, think that it's important to be vaccinated and try to convince me to get vaccinated. I work in a building, a school, that has more than 1,000 students in it. Almost all the adults have been vaccinated. Me too. I have recovered and I don't want to get it again. How do I keep my vibration high enough to avoid it again? All right, so that's multi. There's lots of stuff in there. I am in the same situation, but then again, this isn't about me. Let me get to the highway guides and let them talk about this current situation. We are the Andromedans. Yes, we are coming in to advise humanity at this point and give you a little bit of a history lesson when it comes to what has affected you in these past decades. from your existence, almost for many, many centuries, there has been an influence on your planet that has taken the good and made it bad, taken the right and twisted it wrong, taken the pure and corrupted it to and corrupted it. Let us leave it there. So while indeed the goodness, the goodness, the goodness that dwells in humanity, while many, many, many good things have come forth to assist humanity to cope with its environment, i.e., the previous vaccination science that was invented many, many years ago and populated by very genuine, loving human beings whose life were devoted to creating solutions to problems. In this case, the health of the time that there were indeed diseases that were culling the population. And these individuals did indeed create solutions using the human body system in a very, very well-meaning effort to assist humanity. But dear ones, even those wonderful souls that indeed did do so much good and their life was lived with such purity and such grace and determination, very honorable human beings, they themselves were operating in a system where they did not have all the awareness that would have made a better solution, let us say, to the problems of humanity. Now, you are in the process of a global transformation, and your experiences are all a result of that global transformation. So you tend to be monocular in these situations, and you tend to look solely through the microscope at a very, very small part of a very, very large picture. So what we encourage you to do, dear one, is to pull back and to not look at just the microcosm of your existence, but look at the great macrocosm of ascension that is taking place. Yes, these do become focused in on. And indeed, anything that you focus in on, no matter how minute, can look very, 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 very scary, very, very, very overwhelming if you are only focusing on the most horrible part of it, or on a part that doesn't make sense to what you are looking at, and thus brings up great trauma and great fear within you. And this is what you can say for the entire civilization at this time that is aware, because there are parts of the civilization on the planet that are completely unaware and they live in complete joy and happiness. But you happen to have incarnated in North America. You happen to be a teacher. You happen to be surrounded by people who may not agree with you, and you're feeling a great deal of pressure. Well, that's because you are a fish swimming in a very fast rushing stream right now, dear one. Indeed, the energies are making this situation very, 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 very intense. So now what we ask you to do, sweet and beautiful dear being, is for you to breathe, to take a step back, and to take hold and awareness of what your gut, your connection with divine source is telling you. And listen to that voice. Listen to that voice. That voice that makes you feel like, well, yeah, this is what I believe in. This is what I want to experience. This is my truth. Because indeed, that is your truth. So you have the grace enough to know what is your truth. You have that ability. Does your spouse have a different truth? Yes, he does. And you must love him for that. Does your employee have a different truth? Yes, it does. But the difference between the two is you don't sleep with your employer. You sleep with your husband. You live with your husband. So that part of your life needs to be put in its place. Yes? So let us prioritize what is truly important. What is truly important is the self, acknowledgement of truth within you. That is your truth. And if your truth is, well, I'm going to get the vaccine, I am perfectly happy getting the vaccine, well, then good for you. That is your truth. And live within that truth. Remember, everything is experience, dear ones. This is a obstacle ground or a test ground. The image that we wish is an obstacle course. Okay, that is the right thing. This incarnation is an obstacle course for your soul. Does it mean everything will be perfect? No. However, once you tether yourself to your truth and love all around you, your little bubble of your intimate world will become at peace. And this is how the remainder of the ascension will occur. You find your peace. You find your joy and rest in it. Become secure in it. If you insist on focusing on the ugly, this dear one says the zit on the butt. If you just look at that one zit, you will see horror. You will see great affliction. But if you pull back and notice that it is part of a much greater creation that indeed has many beautiful parts to it, that one problem area will not remain in your awareness for much longer. So, dear one, take our advice. We are excited to be able to address humanity through this channel. We are the Andromedans. We are the Andromedans. We are your neighbors. We are your friends. We look forward to further interactions with humanity, and we come to you with the deepest of love and honor. You are so special. You do not know. You do not know, dear human, how special you truly are. Your galactic brothers and sisters are here watching you. And when we are able to, we are interacting with you to remind you who you are. You are so very, very special. And that is our message for you today. Be at peace, dear ones. Be at peace. Woo-hoo. All right. Okay, thank you for that. And Peter is up next. Is it possible to empathetically feel someone's symptoms of passing and death? Oh, beautiful, beautiful question. All right. Yes, dear one. Hello, we are the Highway Guides. We are your guides and teachers. We welcome all of you. And yes, dear Peter, as you well know, we are jesting you. You already know the answer. Of course it is possible. Of course it is possible. You are all interconnected, dear ones. You are all a beautiful web of life. You are a beautiful, complicated, yet connected web of life, and you are all as important to each other. Of course, you can feel that. You, dear one, have great gifts, great, great gifts, and your connections are very, very strong. So, we are, of course, confirming your question, because indeed in every question is an answer that you already know. So bring to your awareness what your particular mission is. And this is something that you are still figuring out. What is Peter's role in all of this? Peter, that is your job to do. You must figure this out. You must allow for your gifts to be made useful, not just for yourself, not as a novelty, but as service to others. You have very, very special and particular gifts, dear one. So use them. We encourage you to open yourself up, to put it in the universe, put it out there, to bring your gifts to service. That is our encouragement to you, dear one. We love you. We love you. We love you. Thank you so much. All right. There you go, baby. All right. What a great answer. I hope it resonates with you. Okay, fine. Damaris, hey, girlfriend. I have a lovely project with a friend. We are super excited. Any advice? Oh, yeah, you asked me a question earlier. I'm sorry. I didn't register that. I apologize. Okay. Yes. Okay. Let's bring through. I am laughing, dear one. I am Isis. Ah, yes, dear one. I am Isis, your guide indeed in this incarnation. Well, do we have advice? Again, you beautiful human, you beautiful little human, not listening to the divinity within you, not listening to all the encouragement you have around you. You always need to hear it from other, let's say, mouths. Listen to it from outside of yourself to make it sure. Of course, your endeavor with your friends is divinely inspired, and it will, as all your endeavors, make an impact on your time space. Of course. Advice from your guide, that is funny. Yes, your guide shall give you advice. We wish to encourage you to take it a little bit more on the digital end of things. Utilize the media, the internet, utilize it more. Now, the method of utilizing technology more is for you to release the fear you have of it and educate yourself around this technology. So this is all we have for you now. The rest you have to tune inside for, because you know I'm there. I am Isis. I am your guide, and I am honored to speak to you today. Is she your guide, really?
That's a long story, complicated story, but I was thinking it would be fun if the answer comes for a member of my galactic family, because we are in the same family. So, yes.
You happy? Okay, cool. That's thrilling. All right. Thank you, Damaris. All right. Damaris is calling in from Toronto. And let's see. Who is next? My girl, Melissa. Thank you, sweetheart, for posting. She says, I honestly don't have a question, just plenty of gratitude for you all. And I have what I have learned in this past year and the gift of life. Blessings. Well, thank you, sweetheart. Aha. But they want to talk to you anyway. No, 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 no. I am Saint Germain. I am your guide. You know I am your guide. Dear beautiful child, this is fruition. This is coming whole. You are, and always have been, an anointed soul. From your inception, from the moment of planning, your mission has been set. You are a child of the light and indeed bathed in the flame. So this message comes to you as no real surprise, but we feel your gratitude. We feel your warmth, the warmth that you hold within you, the deep love that inhabits you. We bid you love and peace as always, dear one. I am Saint Germain, your guide. I am with you always. I surround you in my violet flame.
Thank you. He's my dude. Thank you.
I love you so much, sweetheart. I love you. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. All right. From Beth, thank you so much to Jesus, the Andromedans, and to all of you, especially Anne-Marie and her guides. I appreciate you. Thanks for sharing your time and talents. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Thank you. Thank you for being here. And from Annette, I had a Reiki session with Anne-Marie yesterday, and it was eye-opening. I had so much energy and excitement. It was amazing. I chitter-chattered all evening. She did. I was resonating at such a high frequency. I'm so glad. Agatha, very good. I would like to ask, well, thank you, Annette. Love you very much. I would like to ask who are my spiritual guides from Agatha. And Agatha is coming to us from Poland. And that's exciting. Okay. I am Mary Magdalene. I am the one you know as the Magdalene. I am the divine spouse of Yeshua. I am your guide, dear one. I am one of them, but I am the one who has stepped forth to communicate to you today through this dear channel. So, as I reveal myself publicly to you, remember, dear one, remember you are not alone. You are never alone. What does the spouse of Yeshua have to offer as a guide? Well, my goodness, I was the spouse of Yeshua. Okay. I have so much to offer you. We are guide. I am a guide. We are guide to this dear one as well. We have communicated with this dear one because of specific experiences that relate to your incarnation. And that is how guidance works, dear one. We come in because we, as incarnate ascended masters, have experienced things in the physical plane. And those experiences give us the expertise to assist your soul as you navigate a similar experience. Guidance is not always permanent. There are guides that remain with you throughout your entire incarnation. However, it is not always that case. Guidance changes as your need for the guidance changes. Understand that as well. So we walk with you, we assist you, we create situations for you to learn if you are unaware of our existence. But now that you are aware of our existence, you may call on us directly. So I am Mary Magdalene. I was the divine spouse, the twin flame of the being you know as Yeshua. Our incarnation together was filled with brilliant, brilliant highs. Indeed, immense love and immense metaphysical experiences, as is aware by the legacy that my divine spouse has left upon this earth plane. But do not be fooled. We also endured hardship. We also endured sadnesses and loss. I, as a mother, experienced the loss of a child in my incarnation. I did. I had 3 live children, but I also had one that experienced the loss. And therefore, look at what I have to offer women that choose to identify with me. I am multidimensional, ascended master, and I may be your guide, I may be her guide, I may be a man's guide as well. There is no distinction, separation, anything on this side. What we do is we are called to you for a very particular reason. So that is my message for you all, dear ones. You may pray, indeed, pray to me. You may pray to my divine spouse. You may pray to anyone you wish. That is how it works. And we are all here to assist you with the deepest love, with the deepest love. I am Mary. Ooh. Is that nice? How do you feel, Agatha?
I'm overwhelmed a bit. And I'm happy. Yeah, I don't know.
Breathe it in, sweetheart. Just breathe it in. That's all you can do. All right? Just sit with it. Sit with it. Let it resonate. And that's it. That's beautiful. Congratulations. All right. So we are at 1 hour. Are there any further questions? Would anyone like to commune? Yes? Feel free to unmute yourselves. If not, we can do a wrap.
Anne-Marie?
Yes, sweetheart.
It's Jasmine on the phone.
Yes.
I did have a second question. I don't have it in front of me, but...
Okay, I can ask it. I have it here.
Okay,
You're right.
Thank you.
Thank you for reminding me.
Sure, no problem.
I'm only human.
Join Join the club.
Shin blood. Okay. All right. So this is Jasmine's other question. I've heard that Jesus is really going to return to earth, although I suspect that it would not be in the way Christianity teaches. Is there any truth to that? And if so, would you please explain how that will happen? Fantastic question. Fantastic question. All right, just make sure you're all on mute, please. All right, awesome. Let's see what's going on. We are a different source for this dear one. We are not who she was expecting. And this is worrying her, but that's okay. We will continue. You are asking about the Christ. You are asking about the Christ. Yeshua was the incarnate. The Christ is the energy he imbued. He became fully Christed. Make that distinction, dear ones. Make that distinction. Yeshua became fully Christed. A Christ. He was not the Christ, he was a Christ. The Christed energy is the energy of divine intention realm. That is the Christed energy, and that is the energy that will return. The Christed energy is flooding your planet as you breathe. It is the light. It is the oneness, wholeness with your divine creator being. Does Yeshua need to return? I don't think Yeshua returning will do anyone any good, because the Christ is not one person. The Christ is each and every one of you. You are the Christ. You will bring the awakening. You will elevate and raise this beautiful planet to the higher dimension of peace, of unity, of oneness that you truly deserve. You are the Christ. You are the Christ. Whoa. How's that? How about them apples? How's that, Jasmine? Very interesting, right? Very, very interesting. Okay, my friends, I see Isabel is here. I don't know how many other people are still here. Isabel, I already answered your question, love. Karen? Hi, sweetheart. I see you're at work. I love you. Karen, do you have anything to say?
No, thank you. It was terrific. You're wonderful. You're amazing.
Oh, you're very sweet. All right, then, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. And I want to personally express my gratitude to all of you who, as I've said before, it absolutely blows my mind that there are people out there that would listen to me. Blows my mind. I am humbled. I am thrilled. And I want to thank my guides. I want to thank Divine Creator Being Source, Metatron. You know that one last thing. I think it was Metatron. It wasn't like just Metatron, but the only way I could explain what I felt was I felt this arc, and it was connected, and it was just this energy. So I'm thinking it's like, Cryon, magnetic service, right? Cryon, Metatron, that's the energy I felt. Anyway, I digress. I come back to thanking you all for being a part of my life. Some of you I know personally, others I look forward to the day where I get to fully embrace you in oneness and in true love. So thank you. Thank you so much. If you want to support me, please visit my website. There's donation options. I don't want to ask for money, but if you feel like it upon your heart that I bring value to your life, and if that's a way you wish to express it, I will not deny it. I love you all dearly and deeply. Thank you, Peter. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, Tina, Isabel, Deborah, Beth, Damaris, Agatha, Karen, Jasmine, and Annette. And all of you who are listening to this at another time, blessings to you all. God bless you, and I love you.